Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details, and I'm back. My first detail after being off for 2 months to recover from my surgery. And it's my first detail of the year. I'm really excited, but note to self, if you ever have 2 months off from detailing, don't have your first vehicle be a Jeep Wrangler. This is a beast. It is kicking my butt, but it is turning out awesome. Yesterday we did the interior, we vacuumed, we did heat extraction, clean plastics, everything looks fantastic in there. On the exterior we did a wash, we did a chemical decon, a clay bar treatment. We had a lot of orange specks, which is rail dust, which if you let them sit on the paint for too long it will turn into rust, so we were able to remove that. And then we did a cleaning of our soft top. We polished the plastic windows using cleaner wax, and we just got done doing 303 fabric guard on our soft top. So head to toe, we have gotten this vehicle protected and cleaned. We've also done a one-step polish using the last cut compounding glaze. We did 2 rounds with the panel prep, and now we are putting our ceramic coating on. Now, this is a product that I received a few weeks ago from my friend Aaron Burkett. He came out with his new product line, and this is his Kronos ceramic coating. Now, I've been in the middle of working with it. It's a little fumey. It's not overwhelming. I'm not to the point where I'm feeling sick or anything like that, but I do have a window cracked. Now, this is a single layer, up to 7-year durability ceramic coating. Now, you might be saying to yourself, 7 years. Well, the way that they kind of estimate how long a coating is going to last on a vehicle is that they will try to guesstimate or simulate how many washes a vehicle will be put through during a quote-unquote 5, 6, 7-year duration, and if it can withstand that many washes that they would typically expect on a vehicle within a calendar year, if it can withstand said that number of washes, then that's how they kind of come up with their durability claims. Now, real world scenario, if a customer is taking a coating through an automatic car wash, if they're not maintaining it with a pH-friendly soap, are you going to expect that 7-year durability? Probably not. Probably, I would say more, cut that in half, maybe 3-4 years. But that's why I'm excited, because Aaron came out with the perfect lineup to maintain these coatings with. Let me share with you guys his whole product line to date. He does have future products that he's going to be releasing. So let's take a look at what he has. So some of the stellar lineup from Phoenix E.O.D. is he has his Papa Cut Diminishing Compound, Fabulous Finishing Polish, Gloss and Wax. This is a almost up to 9-month Teflon sealant, easy on, sun friendly. These were collaborations with other YouTubers. We have Papa Smurf, we had Fab from Fab Automotive Detailing, Gloss and Wax from Phil Miranda. We also have his Titan Hybrid Detailer as well as the Apex Auto Wash. Now, these 2 products are what I would recommend to maintain this coating with. You have a pH-friendly soap, no frills, high lubrication. It's going to give you a safe wash method, and then you have your Titan Hybrid Detailer. By itself, this can be 4 to 6 months of protection, but you can use this as a drying aid for safer drying purposes, replenish the coating should it kind of go through some torture and abuse from just daily driving. So both of these products I actually sell here in my shop for customers to maintain their coatings with. I'm excited. He actually came out with some custom labels for me. Aaron, they're awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm excited. We'll be doing reviews on these products in the future as well. But for now, we are focusing on the Kronos ceramic coating. So I've got my applicator pad here. It is primed. I've been using it. I already did the hood and some of the more intricate pieces just to kind of, one, get some experience with the coating, get an idea of what to kind of relate to you guys. Also did the Flunder Fair. So I'm going to go ahead and actually do this section of the door with you. Now, with this coating, this is $189 for this one bottle, but it's a 100 milliliter size bottle. So you can get almost 4 to 5 vehicles out of one bottle. So price per vehicle, that's going to be around 50, 55, 60 max. For the coating. That's fantastic value, especially for the up to 7-year durability claims. Now, this is actually, Aaron classifies this more as a marine grade coating. And what does that mean on an automobile? That means you're going to have chemical resistance, you're going to have durability, because marine grade products obviously have to withstand salt. Here in Pennsylvania, our road salts are a little bit different than ocean salt water, but it's still torture, it's still abuse. So idealistically, this is a fantastic coating, especially for those that are looking for that chemical resistance and durability that you might expect out of a boat. So what we're going to do is, we've got our pad primed. You want to kind of do your standard up and down, side to side. This has about maybe I'd say 2 to 4 minutes based on temperature, climate, humidity levels. So we're going to come in here. Now Jeeps are a pain in the butt because we've got all of these little nooks and crannies that we have to keep in mind. But what's nice with this coating is that it's a little grabby to apply, and it's a little grabby for your initial wipe off. Why is that good? Well, that actually on a white vehicle where this is not a huge sign, there's not a whole lot of rainbowing that goes on with this coating. I'm actually going to use muscle memory more than my vision to see if this coating is ready, because if I feel kind of that resistance, one, I know it's there. Two, I know it's ready to be removed off. But once I kind of get through that initial grab of leveling off that first wipe, it is smooth sailing after that. This is an extremely slick coating. I'm very impressed. I've been using Underdog Pro, as many of you know if you follow my channel. It's not a remarkably slick coating. It's a good coating. I'm not going to knock it. My customers are extremely happy with it. But a lot of times the one complaint I hear from manufacturers on different coatings is I want that slickness factor. I don't know why. We're not really supposed to be touching our paint because that's where you get your swirls and scratches from. So for those of you that like super slick paint, you're going to like this coating. So we're just going to let this sit on there for maybe 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. And you can kind of see we've got like this hazing going on in our light. You can see right here where I haven't coated, and then over here where I have. There is some light rainbowing that goes on. Unfortunately, it's a white vehicle. I am trying indirect lighting, but it's still not necessarily giving me those standard cues that you would look for when a coating is ready to wipe off. So that's why I said it's more like muscle memory. You know, you've got that like 2 to 4 minute window. When you come in to initially start to level it, if it's not grabby, it's not ready. If it's a little grabby, then go ahead and remove. Now, what I would do typically, not for the sake of this video, is I would do this entire panel, but I would still section it off. You want to work maybe like this much at a time, just because you don't want to run out of product on your pad. But once you kind of get this done, then you can come over here, do this second section. And then by the time you're done with that, maybe give it another minute or so, this will be ready to wipe off. So you can move fluidly around the vehicle and get around it quickly, but this isn't the type of coating that you want to do half a side and then come back and buff off. You're going to end up spending a lot more energy and time removing high spots. Now, he is coming out with a product very soon, a ceramic spray coating almost, that will help with removing high spots. You can also, if you have high spots, put some fresh coating over top of it, kind of reactivate it and buff it off. That's another trick as well. So we're going to go ahead. This is about ready. I've got 3 towels here, 2 that are low GSM, and yeah, you can feel kind of that initial bite, so to speak. And it may not look pretty, the whole leveling process, but once you kind of get that initial wipe, then it is extremely smooth. But you'll feel a difference from non-coated to coated. And just more for good measure, we have a plush Korean microfiber here. This is just to ensure no high spots. And we'll come in and give it a final gentle touch. And like I said, you can feel a huge difference from right here. That's where I stopped. You can feel it. So very, very impressed with this coating. I typically, when I'm testing out new products, will do like one section, and if it's kind of difficult, then what I'll do is kind of abort and move forward with something that I'm more comfortable with. Happy to say this entire vehicle is going to get Kronos. Really excited to show you the end result. So we're going to keep moving, but that's kind of my initial interaction with Kronos, my initial thoughts. Very impressed. Slickness is off the charts. Application is not difficult whatsoever. A little bit fumey as far as odor, but not to the point where I feel like I'm sick. I'm rosy cheeked because I'm hot, I've been moving. Has nothing to do with chemicals, so we're going to keep moving.
To try to illustrate how I would work my way around a vehicle, you can see I've kind of broken this up into 3 or 4 smaller sections, and you're just going to apply to your 2x2 section, go back after the 1 or 2 minutes, level and buff off, and keep moving your way around the vehicle. You don't have to sit there and wait for each 2x2 section to cure or to flash off. You can do about 2 or 3 sections at a time and make your way quickly around the vehicle.
For those of you wanting to know what can it do for faded trim, you can see here it's kind of a richer black from body oils where the driver pushes the button. Here it's kind of faded. And you can see when we come in with the coating, helps restore some of that luster. Gives it a nice black finish. We'll let that set up with our coating, and then we'll just do a very gentle quick wipe, but it can do wonders for faded trim. Alright guys, so it took me about an hour for me to coat the Jeep Wrangler, and I'll be honest with you, I was kind of expecting it to take that long. It's just a lot of square footage, weird areas, intricate areas that you have to deal with a Jeep Wrangler. If you own one, I'm gonna pray for you. But you can see we did the entire vehicle plus all the trim, nooks and crannies, and we have at least a third of the bottle left. If you are working on an average size sedan, you could probably get 4 to 5 vehicles out of this one bottle. Some pros and cons to take away from this product. Pros: extremely affordable when you price it out per vehicle. Now, for those of you that might be thinking, maybe you're an enthusiast, you only have 1 or 2 vehicles at best to coat, you don't necessarily need a bottle of this size. Aaron actually wanted me to kind of get your feedback. Would you be interested in a smaller size vehicle at a decreased price? I think the smallest he could go is maybe a 2-ounce bottle, so this is pretty much 3 ounces of product, maybe a little bit more. So he would be able to kind of bottle it in a smaller size bottle for those of you that are interested. So comment down below if that's something that would be enticing to you. But for the professional detailer, you can have this unopened for about 2 years shelf life. Once it's opened, you've got about a 6-month shelf life. And just to kind of recap, single layer, up to 7 years. It's almost a marine grade product. So in my eyes, I would classify this more as a professional grade product. I wouldn't say that this is beginner entry level, gonna come in and just be able to knock it out of the park. You might struggle a little if this is your first coating and you have no experience. That's just my personal opinion. Now, does that mean that someone first time using this product wouldn't be able to master it? No. You just need to understand that the typical retail level coatings that you're going to pick up, more like your Technician's Choice, they're very easy on, easy off. They're kind of designed to be that way, but they're not going to last as long. When you have something of this caliber with this durability, it's going to be a different as far as application and removal process. So I would classify this as a pro grade product. But the great thing about it is you don't have to be authorized to gain access to it. You don't have to be authorized to install it. There is also, from my conversations with Aaron, there is also the possibility that down the road, this can be something that can be added on to the driver's Carfax. So that's just added value for you as a detailer or you as the enthusiast to be able to offer that to your customers, or for your own convenience. That's going to kind of help in resale value. So there's tons of benefits with using a product like this. Can be a little grabby when you're applying it. It's a thicker product. That's why a little bit of this goes such a long way, because it's thicker. It's not a very, thin, viscous product, but you know that you're not going to use as much, and it is a little grabby on that initial wipe off. But once you kind of push through that transfer solution, it's smooth sailing. So very, very impressed. Slickness on this vehicle. It is literally one of the slickest coatings I have worked with in a long time. Extremely slick coating right off the bat. I can only imagine as it cures those 5 to 7 days, just how much more slick it's going to get. Standard rule of thumb with coatings: you want to keep it inside, kind of out of the environment for, I would say at least 15 hours. We're going to leave this overnight. You don't want to get it wet for 24 hours. 7 days is the full cure time. After that 7 days, you can wash it, but you don't want to hit it with any sort of detergents or toppers during those first 7 days, just to let everything cure properly. If you should find that you have some high spots, if you get it within the first few hours, you can take some of this product on a fresh applicator, just kind of work it into the high spot, immediately buff it off. You should be good to go. And like I said, he is going to be having a ceramic spray coating up to 12 months coming out very soon. He said you can also more than likely use that product to help remove high spots as well, but that will be a future product. Fantastic lineup from Phoenix E.O.D. Thank you, Erin, for sending these to me to test out. What do you guys think? What are you most excited about from this lineup, from Kronos? What are your thoughts on the coating? There's mine. Hopefully this gives you some insight and on value on just the exceptional product that is Kronos. So great job, Erin. I'm really proud of you, man. That's awesome. And we'll definitely be doing some check-ins for you guys that want to see this coating long-term to see if it can last. Hopefully it will last up to 7 years. This customer is in love with this vehicle, so I have a feeling they're going to baby it. They're going to bring it back to me to kind of check in every few months. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell off to the side. That way you can stay tuned for any future updates that we have on this product, as well as the future lineup for Phoenix E.O.D. He's got a lot of awesome products that he's going to be coming out with. So I'm going to also put the link for Phoenix E.O.D's YouTube down below for those of you that you want to check them out. But thanks guys for watching. Happy New Year. We will see you guys in the next detail. Have a great day.